All right, friends, I'll wait another for 2 minutes and then I'll start with today's lecture. Okay, let us wait for the others to join if they are joining, as I'm gonna start at 8:05. No. Okay. Okay, friends, let's start. I think nobody's joining here because of the Sunday. So without wasting much of our time, let's get straight into the today's topic. And today's topic is really interesting. One of the major use cases of Navisworks, right? So let me just take you through the today's topic. Okay. I believe my screen is totally visible to you, right? You can see it, you can watch it. All right. Okay. Now, first thing first. So will be uh, screen is visible, recording is on. Okay, no problem. So yes, class detection in Navisworks. My dear friends, it is one of the most important features of Navisworks, right? Class detection, and it is because of this feature, Navisworks is huge in demand. Okay, we do have other software as well, just like you know, Solibri. Okay, which does the same things, coordination software or class detection software, but in India, predominantly Navisworks has captured the market, right? So we'll see how do we do class detection in Navisworks. Again, without proceeding further, do's and don'ts, I want your active participation. Gadgets on DND mode, put water bottles, keep yourself hydrated, no spamming at all. If you have relevant questions, you can ask in between. Otherwise, we'll be having a Q&A session in the last, not about for another 1.5 hours. So let's have a quick recap from the last session, what we have so far. We have until now seen Navisworks interface, okay, and uh, how to export Navisworks files. Let's say you are working in any software, maybe in a modeling software, I would say rather. So uh, modeling software, what I have to say is maybe Revit, Tecla structure, or any other ArchiCAD software. So you need to make a NWC file out of that, and you have to export that file. Okay. Then we saw our Revit interface interference check. Okay. We can also have interference checks in Revit. We explored the model in Navisworks, and we saw major realism, some of the features, subsets, and appearance profile, right? Now, focus on today's agenda. Let's see what we have today in the menu. Federated model क्या होता है? We'll talk about that. Class detection, appending different models such as MEP structure architecture. Okay, class detecting. All right. How we can switch back from Navisworks to Revit. How can we group the clashes and explore other options? Generating clash report, Q&A, right? So yes, first thing first, federated model. What do we mean by federated model? So federated model is nothing, but it is an integrated model of different disciplines. Okay, when I say different disciplines, that means we have structural model over here. Okay, architectural model, landscape model or civil site model, services model, that is MEP services. Okay. All right. When we combine all these disciplines at the same coordinates, all right, and the complete model which we get is known as federated model or integrated model. In other words, simpler words, you can say combined model. This is an analogy from the real world. Okay. So if we consider our body, okay, the physical appearance, what we have, the outer appearance, okay, that's something known as architectural. If we talk about our skeleton part, right, that can be considered as the structural part. Okay. And finally, the internal arrangement of all the veins, nerves, okay, arteries, intestine, other internal organs that can be considered as mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. So I think that could be a good example to consider. Okay, so again, when we combine all the disciplines at same place at same coordinates, what we get is a federated model. Okay, that's the basis of BIM basically. Since model, we create 3D models of each discipline separately, and then we combine them for clashes or for other uses. Now, class detection in Navisworks. How do we perform class detection in Navisworks? For performing class detection in Navisworks, we should have files from different disciplines. For example, we should have file from architectural discipline. We should have from structural, MEP, firefighting, landscape. Okay, these type of NWC files we should have with us. Then only we'll be able to perform clash detection. Okay. Now we need to start the Navisworks Manage 2025, and we have to download these given files which I have shared in the group. Okay. Architectural, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, structure, .nwc files, these files. Okay. Then I will go window and I have to import search sets, that XML file which I have given you in the group. Okay. And then we need to select the sets from the selection option. We will go to class detective. We will add test. We will review the design, the results, assign status report and all. And then we will finally create an HTML tabular report. Okay, that's what we're gonna do now. Now let me take you to the Navisworks. Here we go. Here is the Navisworks. Right. So this is the Navisworks. By now, you all are acquainted with the user interface or the landing page. Okay. The very first thing is I need to uh, you know, I need to make a federated model from the given files. Okay, so straight I will go to the application button, and then I'll go to open. Okay, since I already have the file, so I'll go to open. Okay, and in open, I'll go to the I'll give it to a path where I have saved the documents. So this is the path village 2. Okay, and then go to Navisworks. Okay, sample files. These are my sample files. So as per the PPT, I need to take architectural, mechanical, structural files with the format .nwc. Okay, no problem. So we have sample RAC, architectural and mechanical, electrical, and then star ST structure. These are the Navisworks cache files. Okay, .nwc files, if you remember. Okay, so first of all, let me open the very first file, which is a structure. Okay, since structure is the main part, first we need to create the structure. Okay, and then maybe electrical, plumbing, and then finally we'll import or open what architecture. Okay, so this is the structural design, structural, I mean, structural file. Okay, and if you are getting a question like from where I got this file, so this is a sample file which is available on the internet. You can download from there. As I'll be sharing these files in the description as well, or for your use case and for your utilization, I'll be sharing these files. Okay, so this is the structural file. Okay, now in the similar fashion, I'm gonna attach or integrate the other file, which is mechanical, electrical, plumbing. See, this is Navisworks cache file. Mechanical RME means mechanical, ME. AC means architectural, ST means structural. Okay, right? So there is a mistake which I have committed over here. If you noticed that. See, there was a structural file which was here. Okay. So what I had to do is I had to go there and then append the file in that structural file. But मैंने यहाँ पर क्या किया? Without appending the file, I have opened the other discipline file. So what will happen in the Navisworks? If you are going to open any new files, the previous files will disappear. Okay, the previous file will disappear. So there is another option, append and merge. Okay, append is something you are adding a file to the existing one. Try to understand this in very clear manner. We need to always append a file if we want to develop or create a federated model. Okay, and in case you do not want to have this file and you want to open a new file, so you can directly go to that file and open that file. So the already opened file will disappear and that new file will be opened. All right, now coming to append and merge. Append is something if you want to create or develop federated appended model, integrated model. Okay, you want to align another discipline with the existing model. Merge is something which you finally develop. Once you merge the files, it won't let you change the changes. That means you want to go back, you can't do undo, and it will be a complete undoable, or how I would say is, that means you can't make changes in that. It will be a complete frozen file. Okay, so generally merge we do not use in the day-to-day working, but finally once we complete our model and we want to send it to the client, and we have a fear that somebody is going to change these changes or not, in that case we're going to do merge. Otherwise, in most of the cases in day-to-day working, we always use append option. So now I have MEP model. I want to append structural model in this. Okay, I'll go to structural. I'll select structural file, and this is Navisworks cache file. That means .nwc file. Okay, it will be appended. Now, just try to focus on this. We have this. This is a kind of what is this? Let me open the properties. You will see in the property what is this. Name 177 kV mechanical equipment. This is a mechanical equipment. Okay, and if we see the properties of this, what is this? This is basic wall. So it is a structural wall, right? So we have structural model over here and the MEP model. Now another model which we want to append is our architectural model. Okay, you see now you have staircases, railings, and all. Select any of the railing or any facade. You will find, you will come to know this is a lobby part. And let's say, okay, since I'm outside, so it's not selecting. I can select any other thing, any other component. What is this? I think facade wall. This is a basic wall again. Or what is this? Let me check. Glazed. So this is an architectural. See, source file RAC advanced sample file. Now, my dear friends, we have all the three disciplines here. Okay, all the three disciplines. We have mechanical, structural, architectural. All right. So our federated model is ready. Okay, now let us go to the PPT. What does it says? It says we need to Windows at import search sets. We have downloaded and appended all the files. Now go to view window, import search sets. Okay, I need to go to window. Where is that window? So window you will find in viewpoint, or maybe in view. There is the Windows import search sets. Uh, Search sets. Okay, right. So saved points. This is the sets. Okay, you can go to window in view. Window is there. If you want to, what I would say, enable any of the options, you can just click check. It will be enabled on the screen. Vice versa, or else you have options on the home screen as well. Class detective is there, timeliner is there, quantification is there. All the options you will find here also. In case you are missing something, you just go to Windows in view and then check mark that particular option. You will find that will be enabled on the screen, right? Coming back to the script. So we were discussing about sets. Now we need to import some search sets. Okay, from the XML file which has been already given. These are sets. Okay, we have other options as well. Selection inspector, find items. We need to manage search sets. Okay, and then this is the sets option. We have save selection, we have save search, new folder, duplicate, comments, delete, right? And we do have this small drop down button, correct? Go here and then you can import search sets directly. Go to search sets. Now we have to look for the XML file. I think we do not have the XML files. We need to, okay, we do not have search sets over here. So how do we perform that action? No worries. I think I just forgot to share those XML files. No worries. We will skip that part. I'll let you know in another video, and maybe in the next video, next video. Then what we're gonna do is we need to go to the class detective. Okay. So class detective, let's see. Here is the class detective, right? Just open this class detective. Okay. This particular window will open, correct? Now you have advanced sample, architectural, structural, mechanical. Three files here on the selection A side, three files on the selection B side, correct? We need to perform the class detection. So आपको ये समझना पड़ेगा कि बेसिकली क्लास डिटेक्शन हम कैसे करते हैं, कैसे कैरी आउट करते हैं, किन किन डिसिप्लिन्स के साथ करते हैं, ठीक है? सो इसको ऐसे समझें जैसे हमारे पास तीन, we have three disciplines: architectural, structural, and mechanical, electrical, plumbing. ठीक है? Sometimes we have mechanical separately, electrical separately, and plumbing as well. But here we have combined those three disciplines in single discipline, and we call it as mechanical, electrical, plumbing, MEP, right? So we have three disciplines. Now we need to make permutation combination out of that. ठीक है? सबसे पहले हम मैकेनिकल, इलेक्ट्रिकल, प्लम्बिंग का क्लास डिटेक्शन टेस्ट करेंगे किसी दूसरे डिसिप्लिन के साथ, ठीक है? हम एक डिसिप्लिन का सेम डिसिप्लिन के साथ भी कर सकते हैं क्लास डिडक्शन। दैट मीन्स मैकेनिकल इलेक्ट्रिकल प्लम्बिंग को सिलेक्शन ए में सिलेक्शन बी के साथ में सेम डिसिप्लिन सेलेक्ट कर सकता हूँ, बट दे दैट मेक्स अ लिटिल सेंस। ओके, सेम डिसिप्लिन के साथ करने में बहुत ज्यादा हमें बेनिफिट नहीं होता है, एंड जनरली वी डू नॉट डू दैट, but yes, in some cases we perform those as well. In majority of the cases, in general, we perform class detection test interdisciplinary। ठीक है ना, मैकेनिकल का स्ट्रक्चर के साथ करेंगे, मैकेनिकल का आर्किटेक्चर के साथ हम टेस्ट करेंगे, सिमिलरली स्ट्रक्चर का मैकेनिकल के साथ, स्ट्रक्चर का आर्किटेक्चर के साथ, आर्किटेक्चर का स्ट्रक्चर के साथ। इस तरीके से हमें क्लैश मैट्रिक्स डिफाइन करनी होती है, डिटेक्ट बनानी होती है। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर हम सिंपली फॉर द सेक ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग हम सबसे पहले मैकेनिकल इलेक्ट्रिकल प्लम्बिंग का स्ट्रक्चर के साथ करेंगे, देन आर्किटेक्चर के साथ करेंगे। ठीक है, इसी तरीके से स्ट्रक्चर का आर्किटेक्चर के साथ करेंगे, एंड देन आर्किटेक्चर का किसी के साथ करने की जरूरत नहीं है, बिकॉज हम ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं। राइट, सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई एम गोना गो टू add test. The moment I am adding the test, it will be enabled. The whole window will be enabled. Correct? Let me show you again. I'll go to class detective on the home tab. Okay. And then delete. If I'll do delete all, it will be disabled. ठीक है ना, ग्रेड आउट हो जाएगा, यहाँ पर कुछ भी आपको क्लिक नहीं होगा, बट द मोमेंट आई एम गोना ऐड टेस्ट, these things will be enabled. Now see, all the files are enabled, all the models are enabled. We have selection B, selection E, standard. There is nothing to change here. Okay, we need to keep them standard. Now name test name test one. This is the test one. This is the test name. Status new, class is 0. Since अभी हमने कुछ किया नहीं है, तो that is why it is showing 000. यहाँ से अगेन एक टेस्ट ऐड करना है तो हम फिर से ऐड कर सकते हैं। ठीक है, रिसेट ऑल करना है, रिसेट कर सकते हैं, कॉम्पैक्ट ऑल उनको जो हमारे क्लैशेस आइडेंटिफाई हो गए, ग्रुप हो गए, उनको हटा देगा, बाकी वो रखेगा। डिलीट ऑल मीन्स सबको डिलीट करेगा, अपडेट ऑल मीन्स जो हमने इशू रिजॉल्व कर लिए हैं, रिव्यू कर लिए, उनको छोड़कर बाकी के टेस्ट इट विल शो हियर। नाउ what are the things we can add it over here? We can add it over here, the name of the test. So mechanical MEP versus, this is how we you know perform test, and we write the names. MEP versus structure. Okay, for the for convenience, or you can use any name as per your understanding. If you think that, just wait for a moment. I was just taking a sip of water. So if you want to write structure versus MEP, that's one and the same thing, MEP versus structure, or you want to write any other name which is convenient to you. But at the same time, you need to remember that it should be also identifiable with the other team members as well. It's not like you have made something, very secret and you are only able to understand, right? So I have written that right, this is the first test. I have deleted the second test. We will consider only the first test as of now. This is the first test. These are the rules. Okay, ignore clashes between items in the same layer, items in same group, items in same file, items with coincident snap points. Okay, so ignore clashes between. We need to set the rules as well in the beginning. We want that it should not consider the clashes in the same layer. That means if concrete is there and there are clashes within the concrete, we need to ignore them. If we have items in the same group, block, cell, then also we need to ignore them, right? Items in same file, let's say we have 2 3 different files, so in same file it should you know ignore them as well. Items with coincident snap points, That also we do not want to make clashes. Okay. Then select. We have to select from here mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and in second group we need to select structural. Results. When we perform the test, it will show the results here. Okay, and report. Finally, we need to create a report out of that. So first of all, let's select, and then when we go down, we have some other options as well. Type of clashes. Always remember, type of clashes, in most of the cases we perform hard clashes. Okay, clearance clashes are also there, duplicates are also there. Clearance means, for example, you want to put an equipment at a specific place and you need to have that particular amount of clearance over there. You want that, maybe, uh, walking area, or some working space over there. Let's say I want to put a generator in a hall, in a machine hall, or you can say in a you know via machine hall, or at any other place. So I should have some clearance spaces or clearance area nearby the generator. So in that case, we can put clearance limit, and then we can perform the detection test. If it is coming less than that required clearance, then it will show that there is a clash. So as of now, we'll go hard clashes. Hard clashes means there are, clashes, just like, hard clashes means this is a beam and this is a kind of, what I would say, uh, plumbing pipe. It is going like this, okay, puncturing this beam, or, falling this particular beam. That means it is a hard clash, right? This is another kind of, HVAC duct, which is which is falling with this beam. This is a beam, and this is HVAC duct. This is MEP pipe. So this is falling completely with the beam. This will be considered as what? Hard clash. Okay, no problem. So far so good. Then what sort of thing? Link none. Tolerance limit. What? How much tolerance you want? That means, tolerance limit means it will not consider uh, any clashes which is less than 0.05 meters. Okay, that means 5 mm, and that means 5 centimeters, 5 mm, 0.50 meter, and 5 mm. Okay, 5 mm, 50 centimeter. No, mm, this is 5 mm, right? Yes, this is 5 mm. So it will not consider clashes which are at 4 mm. Okay, that means if something, if let's say, okay, let me give you an example. For example, this is a beam, and we have another equipment, or let's say, you know, mm, this is a conduit, electrical conduit. Okay. So if this particular distance, okay, is more than 5 mm, okay, more than 5 mm, then it will not be considered as a clash. If it is less than or equal to 5 mm, then it will consider it as a clash. Understood? This distance. This is an electrical conduit. This is a beam. If the distance is more than 5 mm, it will not consider this as a clash, as it will consider it as a clash. Okay. Again. So we have selected mechanical electrical plumbing in the group A, and in group B we have selection, and in selection B we have structure. So we have given the tolerance limit as per the required as per our requirement, and we have selected the type clashes. That's it. The link will none, and you are not supposed to disturb any of the settings by default. You're just gonna go with that. And finally, I'll go to run test. Okay. So these are the clashes which I have identified. How many clashes are there? We, we can have, maybe hundreds of clashes, 644 clashes we have find out. Okay, 644. So the moment I will click on any clash, it will, on the right hand side, it will show me that clash, right? 629. These are the clashes. Okay, let me go at the top. Clash 4. This is a clash. Now it will show me each and every detail. Level, which level is it? This is at level 1. Okay. Grid intersection. This will show me the grid intersection as well. Found. This is the time and date. Approved or not. Status kya hai? This is a new clash because I have just find it out. If I want to change this, I can change the status. This is a new, I will say active, it will make it active. I will say it is reviewed, it will show as reviewed. I will say it is approved, it will show me as approved. Parvez Khan, who has approved? It will show the name as well, approved by Parvez Khan. Okay, resolved, that will show me the result. The status, basically the status of the flashes. Okay, this is the camera view, this is the comment, approved. Description, what type of clash is there? What type of clash is it? Okay, we have some other option, distance. How much clashes is there? What is the what is the intersection length? Have you got it? Means कोई चीज अगर आपस में टकरा रही है तो कितना टकरा रही है? So ये 434 mm. This is huge, by the way. Okay. And what was our tolerance limit? Our tolerance limit was 5 mm. This is 434 mm. That means something is overlapping on the other by 434 mm. So we have to have resolved this. This is assigned to, किसको assign किया गया है? ठीक है, यहाँ से we can add assign to let's say Parvez Khan. Notes, if you want to give some notes, this is a clash, we need to resolve it urgently. Okay, Parvez Khan को assign किया, and maybe approved by, who is going to approve? Okay, approve me. I can put oh, but I would say okay, no problem. We'll see later on. Right. So these are the clashes. The moment I'll click on the clash, it will show me that particular clash. Okay. Right. Now say I'm just going to reset all. Select and reset all. Okay. I have reset it all. Now let's say we want to. As of now, we had 644 clashes. Now let me change the limit. Make it 110. Point 100 meter. That will be huge. Meter. Okay, let's say mm. 100 mm. First it was 10 mm. Initially it was 5 mm. Now I have changed the unit and I have made it in 10 mm. Now we need to check whether the number of clashes are increasing or decreasing. Okay, I have run the test again. Now we have to see Now we have 1018 flashes. That means initially my limit was 5 mm. So जो 5 mm के beyond थे वो सारे टेस्ट उसने कंसिडर नहीं किए, फ्लैशेस कंसिडर नहीं किए. Those one only have a flashes margin of 5 mm or less, वो सारे उसने कंसिडर किए. बट एज आई हैव इंक्रीज्ड द लिमिट, मैंने बोला कि 10 mm के अंडर में भी जितने भी फ्लैशेस हैं, कि जितने भी ओवरलैपिंग्स हैं, यू नीड टू आइडेंटिफाई ऑल दोज. तो ऑब्वियसली नंबर ऑफ फ्लैशेस विल इंक्रीज, क्योंकि अभी मैंने लिमिट टॉलरेंस बढ़ा दिया. So that's why we have 1018 flashes. Okay. Now, what is the next step? Let me take you to the presentation. Class detective, we have added the test, we have reviewed the results, assigned change status in the report, and then we need to create a report. All right. These are the step-by-step procedure. So we have omitted this particular case over here since I didn't have these uh, you know files. So don't worry about that. I'll let you know how to import these tests. That's not a big deal. But as of now, let us consider focus on the other things. Class detective. This was the class detective, and it is the sample. You how do we class detective, and this is the class detective window from where we can add test. We have to add test from here and then select the discipline in selection A, selection B, and then provide the tolerance limit, right? And then the type of clashes, and finally we'll get the clashes. Okay. Now we need to import the file. These are the flashes. Understood? Now we have another thing. If you do not find anything over here, you just use this sidebar to go up and down. Okay, this was the first test. If you want to add another test, we can add another test. Okay, this is the test one, and then we can name it as per our requirement. Okay, we can select the discipline, and then finally we'll be having that what I would say, you know, the test. Correct. Now results. We need to go to the results. Okay, results have gone. So again, let me select structure here and architecture here in the other discipline, and then run the test. Okay, structure versus architecture. How many flashes are there? 626 flashes are there. Okay, click on any. You can click on any flash and it will take you to the picture. Now there are other settings. You can use the sidebar to go up and down. Okay, no problem. Display settings are there. Okay, so item one is red, item two is green. Okay, if you want to highlight all the clashes, it can do that for you as well. Okay, no problem. It can do that for you as well. But it will be of no use. It will be of no use because you can't identify these type of clashes at the one go. So you have to have uncheck this so that you can only focus on the one particular clash at one time. Correct? And if you are facing this trouble, you can just pin this. Okay, once you pin this, it will not go again and again. Right? So here's the model, here are the tests. Now another thing is isolation, dim other, hide other, transparent dim. Right? So hide other. If you want to focus on your if you want to just focus on your clashes, you can just dim other. Okay, dim means other components elements are dim at this moment, these are not solid. Okay, so dimming is that. And if you want to hide other elements, you can hide other elements, you can focus just upon your clashes. All right, auto reveal, this is auto reveal. I do not know what is the use case of this, but and transparent dimming, that was transparent dimming. This is solid, this is a solid portion, and if you do transparent dimming, so that will be you know that will be basically it can dim all other elements for you and focus on the collision part or the clash part. Correct. Animate transition. If you use this feature, so if you want to go from one clash to the other, it will take you to that clash as per the animation. I mean, there will be a slow animation just like this. Okay. And for example, you want to go 605 on the left hand side, 605, select that. It will take you to that 605 in the form of an animation. That's the use case of this animate transition. Okay. That's not a big deal. So simulation, it is required or not. Sometimes it is required. Simulation. Once I click on simulation, that's not a very much, I can't see much difference in that. So you can explore these options as well, no worries. But these are of less use, I believe. Depends on use case and your usability. Okay, that's not a big deal. Now, finally, the the final part in this is how to create or how to generate the report. So we can go to the report, okay, and we are not supposed to change any of the default settings. Okay, just go by the default settings. Once you become pro in that, at that moment, I'll suggest you to play with these settings. Otherwise, as of now, for the sake of understanding, just go by the settings. Do not change any of the settings. Okay, so just use this sidebar in case report type, current test, HTML tabular, report format, what type of report format you want. So basically HTML tabular format is recommended if you want to see the changes or the clashes or you want to share with other stakeholders. And finally go to the write report. Okay, click on this. It will generate a tabular. It will generate a HTML tabular format for you. This is test one. If you want to see, if you want to give structure versus architecture, you can say that as well. Test one. It all depends on you. I'm saving it on the desktop. Okay. It will take a couple of minutes and will generate a report for you. And you can send that report to your, you know, team members or stakeholders or any other person to whom you want to send. Wait for the program to respond. Okay, let us check whether we got the report or not. Test one, structure versus architecture. Let me open this. I hope the screen is visible to you. So this is how we can generate a report. See here, clash report. Test one, tolerance limit is this. Total clashes, new clashes, hard clashes, okay status. As of now, we have active 0, reviewed 0, approved 0, resolved 0. Right? Clash 1, clash name is clash 1. Status new. Distance 1.658 meters. Grid location, description, date found, clash point. These are the coordinates. Element ID, entry level, which floor or which particular area, layer 1. Item name, concrete cast in place, concrete. Item solid, element type. So this is the basically, if you see, this is the first layer option, first group option. I mean, first group item, which was our structure. Okay, this was the structure item. So what was that? Concrete cast in place, concrete, maybe wall or something, or maybe column. It could be column. Okay, and this is the item second in the group selection B, architecture, concrete cast in place. So this is floor. This is layer floor, and we do not have whether it is a wall or it is a entry level column. Okay, no problem. Here we have floor. It is again a solid one and item solid. Okay. So this is how we can generate the report and can send it to the stakeholders. Correct? I think this is clear as of now. Until now, it is clear to you. Shall I go ahead? Okay. All right. Now we'll see the other things. Okay, I will just close this window and we'll move forward as per the PPT. I think the meeting is going to over. So I'm just sharing the second link, or you can see you can join with the other link. Okay, this we have completed. We have seen the HTML report, tablet report, and this is the step-by-step procedure in the PPT. We have practiced on Navisworks as well. Now the next topic is, what is the next topic? Switch back from Navisworks to topic. Correct. Now, again, Navisworks. Okay. And for this, I need to open the uh, open the Revit as well. Okay, let me close this meeting and I'll start with another link. Otherwise, it will be very long.